Hi YouTube. I have something to say again today. Um, I got another question. Why we Africans we learn from the white people? We learn from the Western people. We learn everything that they do, but we just learn it half away. Like how many people send money to their parents in Africa or their brothers, sisters, family, and they call them back, "Hey, I received the money." Um, that's the question. When Africans see money, our brains freeze. When Africans see money, our brains don't work. When Africans see money, we turn a fool because we think when I received $100 or $300 or whatever the amount is, just use $1 or $5 to call the person and say, "Hey, I received the money, so thank you." No, it will never happen. You have to call them back and say, "Hey, did you receive the money?" "Oh yeah, I did receive the money, but I was trying to call you and your phone wasn't coming through." That's a big lie. And it's there from the kids to the president. When we or when you have a friend, a foreign friend, you have to learn the strategy, the weak points of your friend, and your friend interest. The reason why, because if me and you are friends, we have to be an interest, my own interest and your own interest, that we get it together and we combine it and we call it friends. So the friends is what benefits you and what I will benefit from you. That's what we call it friends. So our lawmakers in Africa, the president and the ministers, what is their interest? Being friends of Western powers or American powers. What is American interest in Africa? Being friends in Africa. You know, when our presidents come here, they give these yeye people because they never seen white pussy. And once they gave it to them, their brains freeze. And they show them the money. "Hey, we rich. We can make you rich. We can make you anything that you want to be. So just listen to us. And let's use you like a remote. Let's control you and forget about your people. Ignore your people." That's what our leaders come here and listen. Because once our leaders see the money in cash, that we give you $50,000 or $1 million, and listen to us, our lawmakers, their brains don't work no more. They think that's the end of the world. So they have to sign, commit themselves to these people, agree on necessary stuff that it will have no benefit for Africa, for the citizens of the country. They just think what is in front of them right now. For example, look at Namibia, look at South Africa. Our people came here over 600 years and they never owned a piece of land. But the Namibians, when the German people are there, they own 80% of Namibian land and tell the Namibian citizens that, "Hey, this I was born here. My parents came here 19 whatever, so this land is for me." And Namibian president accepted. But if you see where they live and where the black people live, it's very sad that they don't even have a water to drink. You have to pay for the water. But the white neighborhood in Namibia, they have a water, running water, hyped everything like they live in Germany. And they never work. Because black people will do everything for them. Because they got the money. How did they get the money? How are we running from the rich and come here to work hard to make a new life? And our continent is so rich to the point that we can help the whole world. We can feed the whole world. So what are we doing? Same thing I just said. When we see money, our brains don't work. We turn a fool. Somebody wear a leather jacket from the head to the toe in 180 degrees in Africa, seeing that, oh yeah, I see that they wear leather jacket in Europe, so I'm going to put a leather jacket on. And they've been sweating like a heck. Not knowing that we have a weather difference. That the leather jacket is made for snow and the cold area. In the summertime, they wear shorts. So we can learn to wear a leather jacket in Africa, while we can learn everything that, okay, we follow their footsteps. Then learning a partial way, looking at TV, thinking that we're running for the better life, and there's nothing here. And they turn around, go back where we come from, and take all the resources that we don't have no clue. When somebody came, or when somebody was born to be a very bright person, scientist and everything, we go to school and turn back, go to farm or work in the office. So we bury our light. We buried everything that we're supposed to be at. We buried, like, all our brains is collapsed because there's no support. And your mom and dad don't know the use, and our elders or the lawmakers know the tomorrow, or they've been through, or they've been somewhere different country and see how the advanced they are. They don't even help. And once they put a position in my hand, I just do it halfway. I don't want to do the job because we don't fire people. We don't lay people off from the jobs. Oh yeah, it's all right, let him do it. Hey, when you send the auditor to the job, they pay the auditor. And the auditor will go back and fix stuff and tell the government, oh yeah, they're doing the job. Meanwhile, we just do the job. Hey, this is a government job, I'll put it on my shoulder. So when something happens, I just shake my shoulder and put it on the ground. Because it's not my job. How much they pay you? But if we don't take a proud of our job, proud of what we're doing, and whilst we come here, we can take a proud and sweat hard and work. What type of human being are you? You don't want to do it for your own people, but you can do it for outsiders. You can do it for outsiders. You can come here and work like a donkey, but when you are in Africa, they give the same job, you don't want to do it. So my thing is, I sit down here every day, and it's so bad, the way I feel and the way I see things going. So I'm sending this message today to please African leaders. Please, let's wake up. Let's do stuff. Let's vow. We shouldn't use the Bible and swear that, hey, I'll do the job 100%. We should use the goals that we have, the goals that we have, the rivers that we have. The River Nile, if I didn't do this job and I do corruption, anything, River Nile kill me. I think that would be very better. If we see 100 people die because they are stupidness, I think Africa can change a little bit. And I think Africa can be somewhere for tomorrow for our grandkids, our families. Because it's so bad. They're sitting down here every single day and go to work, come home, go to work, come home and send money home for somebody just to build a house or something in the name of your name. And the person sit home will benefit 100% of that, whatever you ask them to do. They don't mind that. They don't care. They will spend the money. That when they see the money, their brains don't work no more. Our brains freeze. That, oh damn, this is the money. I never see one, so I don't have to do nothing no more. I don't have to do the job. But who the job will benefit though? You send a goods from here, cars, whatever here, give it to your brother to sell the stuff and take the profit. Just send me the money and I'll send you more. No, you are kidding me. This you telling me bullshit. If I send you this money, I'll never get no more. You're never going to send me nothing more. So I have to blow the money. I have to spend. I have to use it to marry two. The Muslims in Africa use that money to marry two, three. The Christians in Africa use it for the girlfriends and stuff like that. What type of life is that? What type of human being are we though? Are we human beings or we are animals the way Donald Trump said it? Are we animals? We don't have brains? Or what are we doing? I think African leaders, I'm pleasing that they need to get up. Enough is enough. We can do for our own. Can we die hunger in 1 year and plant food, focus on agriculture for 1 year and get food for the rest of our lives? That every day depending of donations, foreign donations. Oh, without this we can't survive. Oh, without this support from this country we can't survive. How we can survive though? If you put your people, honest people, fire them. If they don't do the job, lay them off. Hire more people. We got a lot of people looking for jobs. I believe that if we do that, Africa will change in the next 5-6 years. If we fire a lot of people and hire the people, we're going to get good people and we keep the good people. And the others will see that I didn't do the good job, that's why I get fired. So the next one will do the better job. Then just say, hey, we are not firing people. There's a lot of stuff that we don't need money from no foreign governments. We don't need no aid. We are rich enough that we can do it. Just a labor, a hard work, we can do it without nobody help. How do we go to China and get rice? How do we come to America and beg for money? How do we go to Germany and beg for the money? And they don't have nothing. Look at the country of Germany. How many population they are? They don't even have a land. They don't even have a land. And we have, even Namibia, have 3 times bigger land than the whole country of Germany. And they can make it. Because we Africans don't think. We don't use our brains. We don't use the little bit water in here. We don't use it. So how long do we have to be like that? How long do we have to be dumb and stupid without using our brains? So the whole African government get together, say, hey, we tired of these people. We need to do for our own self. Do you think we cannot do it? Do you think we're going to die? So if 5,000 people can get killed with made up Ebola and Africa still there. So if 10,000 people get killed or they die with hunger and 100 million people will save lives with food in the next following year, that's a common sense though. That means you using your common sense brains and it will help Africa. We need honest people from Africa. We too much lie. We lie too much. And we can make any little bitty things with a big deal. How long can we stand for our own self and work hard? Do you think when Africa get independence from these British people, French people, do you think it's their will to leave us alone? No. They have the other way, turn around and fight against us. But since they see our weak points, where are their weak points that we find? We never sit down and think, what is these people weak points that we can fight them, or we can be overcome with them, or we can follow their footsteps and be somebody or be better continent in Africa? They always find our weak points and defeat us. So my question is, if you never been to school, you never go to school, you don't even know how to read, you have two talents. You have knowledge and brains. Knowledge is why you go and read somewhere so you can read and write. But what about your brains though? So that brains don't work at all. We can use it because when they say, hey, you just watch TV, but the truth, you can tell it. You can say the truth because you are not man enough, because we scared just the skin is different than ours. So we feel like it's not whatever they said is it. If we say no, they are going to kill us, they are going to do this. But how are they going to kill us though? Why we, like I said, why we can't start making our own weapons? When the war start in each African country, we don't make weapons, but the weapons that we get is overpopulated. We will get more bullet and more everything. Where all that stuff come from? Because they pay my brother. And whilst they pay my brother, they get overcome and receive all the stuff, and we killing each other, sharing blood, and they are sitting down here eating spaghetti and macaroni. You know macaroni, that's Italian word. And pasta. Drinking wine and laughing. Oh, let them kill themselves. It's all right. Oh yeah, United Nations. United Nations. And the same white helmet are the same people. So what are you telling me? The person who sent to go kill yourself, you call them back thinking that they are going to resolve the issue. They are not there to help you. They are there to make the case worse. So I don't see, if Africa will sit down there again to let civil war happen in any African country, I think, I don't know what to say. Because if our eye is not open enough for now, I don't think there's no way again. We should raise our hands up and say, hey, we agree. Use it and we will be your slave forever and ever. Because right now it looks like we are independent, but we are not independent. There's no law in the world that you can break. There's no law in the world that you can break. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that sitting down here working like a donkey, but when they give me a job in Africa, I just been slacking, giving all kinds of excuses because we don't lay people off, we don't fire people. The government is corrupt. And when Africans see money, our brains don't work, our brains freeze. So whilst our brains freeze, there's no way that Africa can continue, Africa can build. We can build our infrastructure. We can build Africa for our grandkids to come. I don't know what to say. I have no clue what to say. But African teachers, African Education Board, please start teaching the kids, because all the prayers that we pray in Africa, it won't go nowhere if we don't put an effort in it. So the kids that they are coming, we should teach them that there is a God. But the God, if you don't work, the God won't work for you. So we should too much focus on churches and prayers and all that. Pray 5 times a day, go to church 7 days a week. Won't help the Africa. I didn't say you shouldn't go to church, you shouldn't go pray for mosque or all that. Yes, but they should teach the kids to work hard, put their mind in hard work, learn how to do stuff, manufacturing, scientists, than being praying every day, than going to church and let the pastor fool us and take your money, kill you. How dare you, a pastor will whip? beat the church members, insult the church members in the name of God. I don't see it. And it shouldn't happen. I think our ministers and the lawmakers in Africa need to do something about it. They need to do something about this because it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Thank you and I appreciate it again. If you like this video, thumbs up. I'm shedding tears and I think if we all get together and change our mind, we're going to have a future for Africa for generations to come. Thank you.